Okay. Hi, babes. Welcome. Okay, this is my first talking video, and I'm going to try to do my best. One friend of mine has told me that it would be a good thing if I did a drawing video with me talking about stuff. And so I'm going to try and do that. So, first of all, who am I? I am Stefania. I am based in Italy, and I am an illustrator and an artist. I do watercolor and illustration in black and white. And right now I am doing my own coloring book because I posted some stuff in Instagram and some people like them. So, and a lot of people ask me if I could do a coloring book. So I am doing that. I think it's a fun idea. And so for my coloring book and for designing it, I am using only this pen. This is Uniball I Micro. It's my favorite pen. It's really cheap. You can find it at the supermarket here in Italy. And I love her. You can find it also on Amazon in big packages. And so this is a super cool pen. So right now we are doing page number 13 of the coloring book. These are some of the pages that I've done so far. So if you look at the other videos, you can find them there. And we are going to start without thinking too much about it. I don't do sketches. I don't think about what I'm going to draw beforehand because it's my favorite method. It's just fun to do what my heart tells me to do. And my English, it could be a little bit wrong, so I apologize in advance for that. But I like to speak in English, first because it's a great exercise, and second because I think with English I can reach more people who speak different languages. English is kind of all pass of languages. So let's see what my minds tell me to draw. Let's see. Also, I have to think about the coloring book in terms of difficulties because apparently my drawings are really complicated and I need to tone it down, as they said about some of the drawings of the coloring book that I've done. So what should we do today? Let's see. Usually I just let my hand draw the first steps and then kind of like an oracle. I don't know how to say that. Kind of like a library, a visual library. My brain just created images, and it feels like, you know, when you know the truth and you are sure 100% that that is the truth. That is exactly what my mind goes into these things. It tells me like, this is how it has to be. This drawing is how this has to be. Oh, today we are doing a sad one apparently. And these 2 points, these two dots are in my drawings because I also have 2 moles, I think they are called in English, here in my face. And I kind of love them, so it's like a second sign. Also, one thing about my style are the hair. I think she is going to have a lot of hair. And what I like to do with them is create this big chunk, this big, how do you call them? Stripes, we can say, of hair. And most of the time they are wavy. Sorry. Sometimes I do them straight, but wavy hair are definitely one of my favorite things. Sorry, I had to get some water. I hope this recording is not disgusting. Okay. And so what I like to do is to do this big chunk of hairs like this. I am left-handed, so I need to be careful not to drag my hand on the ink and ruin everything. There you go. And then what I like to do, I'm going to show you so we can talk something different after. What I like to do is to separate them like this. And what I do in my illustration is color one black square, we can call that, one black square, and leave one white and one black square. I think it gives a great pattern, and a lot of people love them, so I am happy about that. Okay, now that I'm continuing to do this hair, I thought, I always love to see I always love to see videos of people who eat while I eat, when I'm alone, of course, and it makes me feel less alone, and it makes me eat more happily, I would love to say. So I thought maybe if I do a video where I draw and I speak, and some people want to draw, we can draw together and have fun together. This style, I will say, is always have been with me. This weird people, girls, monsters sometimes were always in my drawings. It was like an escape from life. My childhood has been a little bit, I don't want to say hard, because I know so many people have harder childhood, but it was hard for me, at least. And being able to shelter myself in drawings and create friends from my drawings has been always a safe thing to do, a safe place. It really was therapeutic for me, and it still is. And it's also really fun. Kind of January last year, I I decided to stop working for somebody else, and my contract ended, and we had to try and figure it out, what to do, if renew it or not renew it. And I have been offered a not so good proposal, so I decided, you know what, I always wanted to be an illustrator and a painter full time. So I thought this is my chance to try and do that. And for the first year, I made a lot of paintings with watercolor, and has been so fun and so cool. And I made paintings for others, for some of my friends, and they were painting on commission, so they tell me what to do, and I did it for them. Oh no. See, and has been so much fun and so much rewarding, because the paintings that I do are really, really deep in feelings, are really, really how can I say it, shocking in a kind of way. And so, although it was really, really beautiful, have the opportunity to do something really meaningful for somebody else, it was also really hard for me mentally. And so I thought, well, I need to find something that is not so mentally hard to do in between of the really, really feelings, full of feelings paintings. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to try to do Inktober, because I always love to draw with ink, with pens. And I thought this could be a really nice thing for me to do. And so I did. Never won anything, of course, on Instagram. But I had so much fun, and some of the video that I made kind of did well. So I thought, I think I could monetize it from this passion of mine. And I started an Instagram channel, which has now 12,000 kind of subscribers, and it's doing well. I opened my shop online, so if you want to go and check, there are some things there to look if you want to purchase something. It is in my bio, of course. Now I have opened my sometimes my mind forgets stuff. I have opened my Patreon. I have only one subscriber. I have opened it 1 week ago, something like that. But I am downloading there things that Instagram is not a fan of, because I really love creating so much. I create constantly. I have so many ideas. And sometimes on Instagram, it feels like you scream at the wind because some things has not shown to anyone. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to put all of the things that I want to create and Instagram doesn't like so much on my Patreon. And if somebody wants to look at them, they are there. Most of them are free. I didn't start it yet, but I am organized it, a mail kind of thing, you know, those mails that you pay a monthly cost, and artists send you you pay a monthly cost and artists send you, you know, little purchases, stickers and things like that. Fan mail, no, it's not, the fan mail is not the right call, but you know, I'm going to write the correct term on the description of this video. So right now we have a little dog. I have no idea why. I feel like he needs to have a little paw right here because he needs something apparently. There you go. So, how can we do the eyes? I really love for animals doing really round eyes, kind of like innocent eyes. A little bit goofy, you know. Okay. And so, you know, right now I'm doing a lot of illustration, a lot of black and white things. I am organizing my mail club. There you go, my mail club. And I'm doing my coloring book. I have my Patreon. I have a lot of things, my website, e-commerce. And so I non lo so. I will see how it goes. If it goes wrong, I can always go back to do a really hideous job, like cleaning the stairs of someone, or cleaning the bathroom of the station. I don't care. But this I never have me happy like in this period. This is really the best period of my life. And it's amazing how creating gave me the power of, be so happy and so motivated to do all the things that I want to do, and makes me really happy. So I think this cute doggy needs a little bit of patches. Blue. And this one, I really love use weird color for coloring books. So in this case, I think that this dog, I will color it purple and orange. I really love color contrast and things that does not exist in life. I really love doing nonsense things because it's fun and it's different, you know. Okay, so we have a dog, we have a girl. What should we do after here? I really love doing stars also. There are a lot of stars in my drawings. And if you have question for me, if you want to ask me anything, do it in a comment, and at the next video I'm going to respond, if this video will be ever seen from anyone. So what is happening here? She is really mad. This dog is asking for something. I think we need to do something that has been destroyed, at least. Maybe a couch over here. My dog is Sophia, which now is 14 years old, and she is absolutely my soul dog. I love her to death. When I when I take her from the shelter, she was really really cute and adorable. She never barked, and she was the only dog in the shelter that didn't bark. And she looked at me, and from the jail that she was in, if we can call them that, and she reached her paw through the gate, and I fell in love immediately. But she was really really cute, but she had this huge abandonment anxiety. So when I went to work, when I take her, I used to work like I was in part-time, so I was most of the time at home. But when I used to go and work, she used to destroy everything. She broke so many things. She broke a door. she broke a couch, my clothes. She used to, and still does, but now we have a locker. She used to open the fridge and take out from the fridge everything that she could, and just put it around the house. She didn't even eat it. She just wanted to destroy things. And so, with the time, she got better and better, and now she does not destroy anything anymore, except if you live outside the bin with food. But I completely understand that. It's fair. But at first it was really 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 hard, but I never give her a fault for that, because she was in a shelter. She was really stressed, and she has been found on the street of Naples, actually, in Italy. and she is a black dog. So, and sometimes in Naples, people can be mm, suspicious, and especially black dogs and black cats have a reputation to bring misfortune. So, so I think they told me this story that if they found dog in the streets or cats in the street that are black, they take them first on the north of Italy. That is why I live, because they could be, you know, unalived for just being black. And so I think that is what happened with my dog, which is called Sophia. And so she was bring here in northern Italy. She was adopted by a girl who had two cats or three cats. And apparently, this is the story that I have been told. I don't know how much truth that is in there, but you know. And apparently, she was alone in the house when she was 4 months old with these two cats, for 12 hours a day. And so she, rightfully so, developed this anxiety from separation anxiety. And so she started to destroy everything. And the girl, after after lose a couch, lose the bed, and I think so many things, because she was really really disruptive when I got her. She decided to bring her in a shelter again because she couldn't, take care of her anymore. And when I found her, she was 1 year and 2 months old, and she was in the shelter, I think, for like 4 months. And they show me a photo of her. She's kind of like a kind of like a lab, but she's thinner and a little bit taller, and she was all black. She's a mix of, I think, a lot of different race of dog. And they show me a photo of her when she bring her to the shelter, and she was so fat because she she kept stealing food from the fridge and eat it. But when I found her, she was really 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 thin because she has so much anxiety, and being alone in a shelter, you know it was, I think, really hard for her. And so when I took her from the shelter, she was this bone thing, black and sweet, really really sweet. And it almost feel like she adopted me, because she was my salvation for a lot of things. If she wasn't there to, and also very very sensible dog, she completely understand when I'm having a rough time, and she do things that normally don't didn't she do things that normally doesn't do, and it makes me understand, kind of like, I'm here for you. And so we have developed this love for each other that is, I think, amazing. And so I think this is why I needed to draw this today, to remind me of to remind me. I know that I have, to talk to you, the huge love that I have for her, for my dog Sophia. And and right now she have 14 years old. She's 14 years old and a half, and she's a little old lady, and she's really stubborn. And she is, and she will be always the love of my life, of course. And I think that's it. I think we are going to leave it like this. Now I have to sign it. I always sign with me when I'm just a girl, because you know, when people say, oh, just a girl, she's just a girl, she doesn't understand, she's just a girl, she's not so smart. And I think it's the opposite. I think girls and women are really, really smart, and we didn't have for a lot of time the possibility to study and, you know, do what we love to do. And so I thought, me when I'm just a girl, because being just a girl doesn't have to be the meaning of, she's just a girl, she doesn't know anything. But for me, it has the meaning of she's just a girl, which means she's just incredible and amazing. You know what I mean? I hope I'm explaining myself well. Just a girl. Because I think girls are amazing and incredible. And they deserve, you know, to be treated that way. I'm going to add a little bit more details because I can't stop myself, apparently. And, you know, I hope you like this different kind of video. And again, if you have any question, please ask me on the comment and I'm going to respond in the next video. And if you want to try some of the pages, coloring book pages that I already did, some of them are on my Patreon. One of them, the more difficult one, is on my website for free download and is also on my Patreon. These are of course all free to try. So if you want to download them and print them, they are all in A4 size, so it's easy if you have a printer at home to just print it and color it. And that's it, guys. Have a gorgeous day and see you at the next video. Bye.